Fight!
Mortal Kombat has been the blueprint for video game fighting violence for 20 years. It was a simple recipe for gaming success. 2 parts fighting, 3 parts violence, and 5 parts blood and guts. But I'm glad they finally changed it up and gave the Mortal Kombat world a new look with this game. And therefore, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate mail for this when I say Deception was the apex thus far in the Mortal Kombat games, and hasn't been topped since. This is Mortal Kombat Deception for the PlayStation 2. What makes this one of the great fighting games is a 3-style fighting system, where you can switch in and out of different styles that each character holds. One of the 3 styles of which is your player's special weapon that can be used to pull off some awesome combos. And as always, Mortal Kombat features psychotic combos that are frustrating to pull off, but when you do, you always end up smiling ear to ear with satisfaction. And in Deception, the combos have never been sweeter. Each fighter's most complicated combo is simply disgusting if you can pull it off, even though you'll find yourself constantly hitting pause trying to remember what the hell the next button is in the hit pattern. This game features Conquest Mode, a concept that should have been done long before this game's release back in November of 2004. After seeing how well Conquest was done in Deception, I feel it needed to be the official template of all MK games after this one. They have allowed you to run freely in an open environment where you can roam in and out of the realms as you please via the Nexus. And during the Conquest, you play as Shujinko, a young man who's been trained by Bo Raicho before beginning his quest. After his training, Shujinko spends his entire life taking orders from Damashi, an orb-like thing that claims to be an Elder God emissary who names Shujinko his champion. His mission is to track down the pieces of the Kamidogu, where in the end you find out nothing is as it seems. And after picking up where Deadly Alliance left off, the story in this game is perfect. And while running around through the realms, you'll find unlockable content as you go along in treasure chests. Now after you're done pitching your fit because you can't find certain concept art and hidden characters, you have to remember to meditate, because certain chests only appear during certain times of the day, each one holding all kind of goodies and presents and whatever. Now, the character list in Deception is beautiful. Shujinko, who made his MK debut in this game, as did 8 other characters, made a really good character for Conquest Mode because he was a new character all his own, and he didn't hold any personal bias. You'll also see Liu Kang return from the dead as a zombie. Not to worry though, he still kicks just as much ass dead as he does alive. But to me, personally, the coolest character in the game is Noob Smoke. It's a 2-for-1 deal as you rotate who you want by switching your fighting styles. Just like any other character who has their weaknesses, Noob Smoke by themselves are terrible. But what I love about them is that together they pose an off-screen threat that's so hard to defend if your opponent's not ready for it. The mini-games are the best part of Deception. You have chess combat, where the outcome and objective is the same as regular chess, only you're challenging people for the right to stand on a square on the board for positioning. And to gain a health advantage on your opponent, keep on at least one of the 2 power squares located on the sides of the board. Staying on those squares will reduce damage from previous fights as you go along. Then there's my favorite feature of the game, the puzzle combat. Well, let's just call it what it really is, Tetris with a Mortal Kombat twist. Line up your colors and use your breakers to subtract them. As long as 2 colors connect up or down, left or right, the breakers will make room on your side of the screen. Break multiple colors at once, and you'll get a crazy combo that adds up onto your opponent's side. And each selectable character in puzzle combat carries their own set of powers during the matchup. Break the colors to fill your meter, and you're able to use the character's special puzzle ability. Wait for the right moment, and you can really stick it to them. In my overall opinion, Deception is the dog diggity. And in my book, it's the best one yet to have been released just on unlockable content and minigames alone. Now, I love this series of games, but for the future of MK gaming, I think they need to be more like this one, because some of the more recent Mortal Kombat games have not been gaining one thing from a lot of people lately: interest.
Finish her! Cabal wins. Fatality.